Today, I shall be teaching you the Rebel Poet from your Butterfly English textbook for class 5. This lesson is about the rebel poet Qazi Nazrul Islam. Before I go on to explaining the chapter, I want to just tell you something about this poet. Qazi Nazrul Islam was a Bengali poet, writer, musician, and also the national poet of Bangladesh. Popularly known as Nazrul, he produced a large body of poetry and music with themes that included religious devotion and rebellion against oppression, cruelty, and injustice against the people by the British in his time. Nazrul was born on Wednesday, 24th May 1899 in the village of Churulia, Asansol Shodor, Paschim Bardhaman district of the Bengal Presidency, now in West Bengal, India. He was born into a Bengali Muslim Talukdar family and was the second of 3 sons and a daughter. Nazrul's mother was Zahida Khatun. Born into a Muslim family in India, Nazrul received religious education. He worked as a muezzin at a local mosque. A muezzin is a person who is appointed at a mosque to lead and recite the call to prayer. He learned of poetry, drama, and literature while working with theatrical groups. After being in the British Indian Army, Nazrul made himself a journalist in Kolkata, then Calcutta. He was against the British Raj in India. He talked about revolution through his poetic works. Some examples are Bidrohi, the rebel, and Bhangar Gan, the song of destruction, as well as his publication Dhumketu, the comet. His work in the Indian independence movement often led to going to jail by British authorities. While in prison, Nazrul wrote the Rajbondir Jabanbondi, Deposition of a Political Prisoner. Nazrul's writings are about themes such as love, freedom, and revolution. He was against all bigotry or supremacy of any form, including religious and gender. Throughout his career, Nazrul wrote short stories, novels, and essays, but is best known for his poems. He started new forms such as Bengali ghazals. Nazrul wrote and composed music for his nearly 4,000 songs. They are collectively known as complete works of Qazi Nazrul Islam, which are widely popular today. At the age of 43 in 1942, he began suffering from an unknown disease. He was losing his voice and memory. It is often said the reason was slow poisoning by British government. He lived alone for many years. Invited by the government of Bangladesh, Nazrul and his family moved to Dhaka in 1972. He died 4 years later. Now that you know briefly about the rebel poet, let us now learn what they have written in your book. Now, Pritham is a student of class 5. One day, he returns home from school and he is visibly very excited. He sees his father reading a newspaper. This lesson is in the form of a dialogue between Pritham and his father. A dialogue is a conversation between two or more people. So, Pritham came home and asked his father, "Guess what happened today?" Quite obviously, his father wanted to know what. Pritham answered saying that his teacher had asked them to sing a patriotic song on Republic Day. Patriotic means expressing love for one's country. So father asked him which patriotic song Pritham wanted to sing. Pritham told his father that his teacher wanted them to sing Karar Oi Loho Kapat. On hearing this, father asked Pritham if he knew who had written that song. Well, Pritham said he didn't know. Then father told him all about the great rebel poet Qazi Nazrul Islam, who is the author of the famous poem Bidrohi. Pritham wanted to know more, so father told him that Nazrul was born at a time when India was under the British rule, and through his many writings he inspired or motivated the youth to boldly fight for their freedom. Father told Pritham that Qazi Nazrul Islam was born on 24th May 1899 in the village of Churulia. Churulia was near Asansol in the Burdwan district of undivided Bengal, which means before the partition of Bengal. Now Bengal has been partitioned into West Bengal and East Bengal, now Bangladesh. As a child, Nazrul was attracted to folk plays or jatras like Data Karno and Kobi Kalidas. Father went on with his story. He told Pritham that in 1920, Nazrul met the revolutionary Nibaron Chandra Ghatak, who was his teacher. A revolutionary is a person who revolts. Let me add here that in 1910, Nazrul enrolled at the Sirsol Raj High School in Raniganj. It is here that he was influenced by his teacher, revolutionary and Jugantar activist Nibaron Chandra Ghatak, and started a lifelong friendship with fellow author Shailojananda Mukhopadhyay, who was his classmate. Jugantar was one of the two main secret revolutionary groups operating then in Bengal for Indian independence. Also, the poet Kumud Ranjan Malik was the headmaster of the school Nazrul joined after being transferred from Sirsol Raj High School. He now studied at Mathuran High English School. The headmaster of this school was a Bengali writer and poet. He was a poet of the Tagore era or times of Bengali literature. He was an early mentor, a role model, and a coach to the poet Qazi Nazrul Islam. At this point of time, Pritham's uncle, Uncle Rahim, joins in the conversation. Father doesn't stop. He tells Pritham that Nazrul was inspired by poets like Rabindranath Tagore and the Persian poets like Hafiz and Khayyam. Here I want to tell you little bit about Rabindranath Tagore and these other two Persian poets. Rabindranath Tagore was a Bengali poet of India. He was also a philosopher and an artist. He wrote many stories, novels, and dramas, as well as composed music and wrote many songs. His writings greatly influenced Bengali culture during the late 19th century and early 20th century. In 1913, he won the Nobel Prize in Literature. He was the first Asian to win this prize. He was popularly known as Gurudev. Tagore was born in the city of Kolkata on 7th May 1861 at number 6 Dwarkanath Tagore Lane, Jorashakho, Thakurbari. He was a Bengali Brahmin by birth. He wrote his first poem when he was only 8 years old. He published his first large poetry collection in 1877. He wrote his first short story and drama when he was only 16 years old. His major works included Gitanjali, Gora and Ghore Baire and many other literary and art works. He died on August 7th in 1941 in the same large house in Kolkata where he was born and where he had spent his childhood. Khwaja Shams ad-Din Muhammad Hafiz-e-Shirazi, popularly known as just Hafiz, was a Persian mystic and poet. He was born sometimes between the years 1310 to 1337 in Shiraz in Persia in present-day Iran, son of a certain Bahauddin. His lyrical poems and ghazals are noted for their beauty. Omar Khayyam was a Persian mathematician, astronomer, philosopher and poet. He was born on 8th May in the year 1048 in Nishaburin, northeastern Iran, and spent most of his life near the court of the Kharakid and Salyij rulers. He died at the age of 83 on 4th December in 1131 in the same place where he was born. Now that we know a little bit about the people who inspired Nazrul, let us come back to the story. So Uncle Rahim asked Pritam if he knew that Nazrul had joined the army under the British rule. He was in the 49th Bengal Regiment. This regiment, or the Bengali Paltan, was a regiment or a unit of soldiers consisted of Bengali soldiers during the First World War. At the beginning of the First World War, Bengalis began to enlist themselves into the Indian Army. After the First World War, the regiment broke up in 1920. So he came to Calcutta. It is at that time that Indians began to rise against the British rule. Father added, Nazrul too protested against the British rule in his own way. So to voice himself or to let people know his opinion or his feelings, he started writing poems and essays and songs as protests against the British. Thus he came to be known as the rebel poet as we know him today. Father told Pritam the names of some of Nazrul's poems and asked him to read them, like Kandari Hushyar, Khya Pare Tarani. Father also asked Pritam to listen to Nazrul's songs. But as Nazrul started writing, something happened. The British started getting afraid that Nazrul's writings could encourage the Indian freedom fighters. On hearing this, Pritam asked Father what the British did to stop him. Uncle Rahim said, the British started getting worried. Father added then that in 1922, Nazrul started a magazine called the Dhumketu, where he published the Anandamoyi Agomoni, a poem. Then Uncle Rahim said that the British gave a surprise attack at the office of Dhumketu and they arrested Nazrul from Kumila. Father added that Nazrul was transferred to the Hooghly jail and it was there that he started fasting. It was his way of protesting against the torture of the British. Pritam wanted to know for how long Nazrul fasted. Father told him he had fasted for more than a month and in December 1923 he was released from jail. Well, after knowing so much about the rebel poet, Pritam was very happy. He thanked his father for telling him so much about the great poet. He told father that now he would be able to sing Karar Oi Loho Kapat with a lot more energy and passion. He also said that he was so very proud of himself as his teacher had selected him to sing the song along with his other classmates. So saying, they all started singing the song together. Now that you know the story, let us do some exercises from your book. All the meanings that are there at the end of the chapter you will write in your copies. Let us now discuss the questions and answers. These two you will write in your copies. So, answer the following questions. Number 1. Was India independent when Nazrul was born? Answer. No, India was not independent when Nazrul was born. I repeat, no, India was not independent when Nazrul was born. Number 2. Name some of the folk plays that young Nazrul had written. Answer. Some of the folk plays that young Nazrul had written were Data Karno, Kobi Kalidas, Jhilmili, Alea, Putuler Biye, etc. Some of the folk plays that young Nazrul had written were Data Karno, Kobi Kalidas, Jhilimili, Alea, Putuler Biye, etc. Number 3. Who was Nazrul's teacher? Answer. Nibaran Chandra Ghatak was Nazrul's teacher. I repeat, Nibaran Chandra Ghatak was Nazrul's teacher. Number 4. Who was Kumud Ranjan Malik? Kumud Ranjan Malik was the headmaster of Mathuran High English School, the school Nazrul joined after being transferred from Sirsol Raj High School. The headmaster was also a Bengali writer and poet of the Tagore era. Number 5. Who inspired Nazrul to write poems? Answer. Rabindranath Tagore and the Persian poets Hafiz and Khayyam inspired Nazrul to write poems. Rabindranath Tagore and the Persian poets Hafiz and Khayyam inspired Nazrul to write poems. Number 6. Why did Nazrul have to leave the army? After the First World War ended, the regiment to which Nazrul belonged was disbanded in 1920. So he had to leave the army and come to Calcutta. Number 7. In which magazine was the poem Anandamoyir Agomoni published? The poem Anandamoyir Agomoni was published in the magazine Dhumketu in 1922, which was started by Nazrul himself. Number 8. Why did Nazrul start fasting? When Nazrul was arrested from Kumila, he was then transferred to the Hooghly jail. There he started fasting. In a way, he was protesting against the torture of the British. Number 9. Stick a picture and write a short note about the childhood of Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was born on 7th May 1861, the youngest son and the ninth of 13 children. As a child, Tagore lived amidst an atmosphere where literary magazines were published, musical recitals were held, and theatres performed. For the first decade or so of his life, Tagore remained mostly confined to his family compound. He was not allowed to leave it for any purpose other than travelling to school. He grew increasingly restless for the outside world. Tagore was tutored at home by Hemendranath, his brother. He would swim in the Ganges, take long treks through hilly areas, and practice judo and wrestling. He was also given Bengali language lessons in anatomy, drawing, English language, Tagore's least favorite subject, geography, gymnastics, history, literature, mathematics, and Sanskrit. Tagore started writing poems at the age of 8. He was urged by an older brother to recite these to people in the mansion. Let me end this note by quoting some famous lines by the Guru. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Another one goes like this: the butterfly counts not months but moments and has time enough. Next question, number 10. Stick a picture and write a short note about the rebel poet Qazi Nazrul Islam. Now, Qazi Nazrul Islam was a Bangladeshi poet, musician, and revolutionary. His nickname was Rebel Poet. He is the national poet of Bangladesh. He was born on 24th May 1899 in Churulia, Asansol in Burdwan district in undivided Bengal into a Muslim family. He received religious education. He worked as a muezzin in a local mosque. He learnt of poetry, drama, and literature while working with theatrical groups. After being in the British Indian Army, Nazrul made himself a journalist in then Calcutta. He was against the British Raj in India. He talked about revolution through his poetic works. Some examples are Bidrohi, Bhangar Gan, as well as his publication Dhumketu. His work in the Indian independence movement often led to going to jail by British authorities. While in prison, Nazrul wrote the Rajbondir Jawan Bondi. His writings are about love, freedom, and revolution. Throughout his life, he wrote short stories, novels, and essays, but his poems are what he is best known for. He started a new form such as the Bengali Ghazal. His collective work is known as the Complete Works of Qazi Nazrul Islam. At the age of 43 in 1942, he began suffering from an unknown disease, began losing his voice and memory. He lived alone for many years. After being invited by the government of Bangladesh, he moved there with his family in 1972 and died 4 years later in 1976. With this, I end today's lesson. I hope you have enjoyed learning with me. Thank you.